Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video, I am taking part in Leanna Dalton's Beauty and the Soul Challenge for the month of October. Leanna popped some pictures up of fall leaves, like fall scenes, for us to base our looks on, or as inspiration pictures. And so I did choose one of the pictures that Leanna selected. I'll pop that up right now. Isn't that beautiful? It's got like greens and purples and oranges and some yellows. And I found the perfect palette, I believe, in my collection to create a look based on the colors in the image that I chose of Leanna's for this challenge. And I've taken part in all of Leanna's challenges except for one. And then another one, I actually just popped pictures up on Instagram. I didn't film the look. But I love to take part in Leanna's challenges. And the cool thing is that everyone can take part in her challenges, whether you do makeup or not. Any kind of like creative outlet you have, you can apply to Leanna's challenges, which is just a really cool way to like tackle a challenge like this. Really neat. Now, this challenge is about autumn, fall, and how we go from one season to another in our lives, like kind of like a seasonal journey throughout our lives. And autumn represents like growth and maturity and like just kind of marinating in the aging process of life. And I'm really feeling that right now. And I'm really liking the aging process, actually. Some things kind of freak me out about aging, but for the most part, I'm really enjoying growing older. It's just a lot of fun. I feel a lot more confident in myself and a lot more secure in myself. And I'm really happy with this phase of my life, this stage of my life. So let me show you the palette I'm going to be pulling in for the look today. I'm going to be using the Yasmin palette from Miali Beauty. Now, Miali Beauty started off as Blush Tribe, morphed into Miali Beauty, and unfortunately this brand is no longer available. And I kind of wasn't too sure if I should use this in today's video because I try not to use palettes that you can't just go out and get immediately. But I don't know, you might be able to find this like on Mercari or Poshmark maybe, I don't know. But as I was looking through my palettes on my collection, I just felt like this palette really had all the colors in it that I needed to recreate the colors of the picture that I chose. And, it is in my collection, and I really do want to use the makeup that I already have in my collection. And I've used this a few times, and it's a beautiful palette, beautiful. And I think the shades I'm going to be using in today's look is this one here called Cardinal, this one here called Zaloon, this one here called Nadia, this one called Adila, I believe, and then this one is called Munaza, and maybe Miali too. And I might use something else up here, but that's the shades I really think I'm going to use today. And of course, my eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01, and my brows are done. So let's get into the look. So I will start off with Cardinal right here and put that in my transition area. And fall is my favorite season. I've mentioned that multiple times on my channel. And my husband and I, and my mother-in-law, and my stepdaughter, and my nephew just went to a local pumpkin patch yesterday, actually. It's like a pumpkin patch, apple orchard, pear orchard. There's a corn maze. They have like hot dogs and caramel apples and all kinds of yummy treats to buy, like honey and caramel corn and salsas and jellies and jams and pies. And it's a really, really fun place to go. And it's been there for years. I mean, I've been going out to this orchard since I was in grade school. We would have like, pumpkin patch field trips out there. And then, of course, my kids, same thing. So, it's just a really fun place to go. And it just, when I was out there yesterday, it just really struck me how wonderful autumn truly is. And how, I think a lot of people look at it as, the leaves are dying and falling off the trees. And, things start kind of looking a little stark and bleak as it goes into winter. But there's just that chunk of time in the autumn where things are just so beautiful and they're maturing and aging and just showing their true beauty, the leaves and the trees and the grass and the shrubs and everything. And it just kind of like gave me this poignant feeling in that moment of like life, and kind of where I'm at in my life, growing and aging and maturing and stuff. And that, we tend to look at the aging process in a really negative light, but it's such a beautiful part of life. There's just so many things that I enjoy about being my age and have let go of a lot of stupid, silly stuff from my youth that just is not serving me anymore. And it's just an awesome place to be. It really is. And that is absolutely gorgeous. I love the pigmentation of that. It's a beautiful shade. So now I'm going to go into Zaloon, I believe that's what that's called, and put that around the edge of that. And, you know, I was raised by a mother who was not really that freaked out about aging. I mean, some things she was a little freaked out. You know, I remember when, like, you know, she started getting more wrinkles and she started getting like old age spots on her hands and stuff. I remember her being like, oh, geez. And, you know, she continued to color her hair. You know, she didn't ever go gray. But at the same time, she really settled into her aging and really just kind of reveled in it. And I love that about her. And I love that that was my example. You know, I thought that was really a cool thing that I was given in my life, just to have this mom that was like, yeah, I'm aging and I'm kicking ass. And I just love that about her. And those two shades have just melded together beautifully. I love that. I love it. And, you know, I can remember as I was raising my kids, you know, especially like when they were in middle school and high school. And, you know, I've mentioned this before too, how they were so caught up in, I don't know, just the things that you get caught up in your youth. You know, somebody saying something negative about you, or having to dress a certain way or look a certain way. And, you know, you want to be cool and accepted and all that stuff. And I understand, because I felt the same way. And I understood exactly, you know, what they were going through and how they were feeling. But I can remember telling them on several occasions, like, I know this seems like it's insurmountable right now, or it's super important to you right now. And, you know, you got your emotions all wrapped up into it. But I'm telling you, as you get older, you're going to look back on this time of your life and be like, why did I care so much about what these ignorant idiots were saying to me or about me, or, you know, just having to be a part of this, that, or the other. And it's interesting because both of them, my daughter's 24, my son's 21, both of them have come to me and said, you're absolutely right. I didn't need to get so, you know, worked up about those things. But in that moment, you have no really frame of reference. So, you know, I totally get it. And I did the same exact thing when I was their age. So now I'm going to go into Nadia and put that in my outer V, into my crease a little bit. And I just think that, like, as you age, you start to really become aware of what's important to you. And also really get to know yourself better, and, like, I don't know, like your preferences in life, or like really what, like, you know, melts your butter, I guess is what I would say. And then you just kind of go for it. You know, you just kind of like keep going after those things that really make you happy. And you start to realize that a lot of the excess noise that's going on around you, and, you know, the immaturity that some people still hold on to even as they age, and like the gossip and the, you know, backhanded crap that goes on, passive aggressive comments, and I don't know, just the drama that people like to stir up, is just not important. And I just, you know, I refuse to get involved in that kind of stuff, you know. And I have also mentioned in other videos too that friendship was something I really struggled with. And as I've aged, I've just learned, you know, the types of people that I really want to be friends with and that I really want in my life. And I don't know, I remember when I was younger, that was a hard thing for me to determine, I think, was who was good for me to be around. And also hard for me to, like, cut ties with folks that weren't, you know, just weren't that great for me. And now I don't feel that way anymore. I can, you know, sever those ties and, you know, wish people the best and just move on with my life, you know, and that's really important. And, you know, I've seen both of my kids do that too. I've seen them, you know, let go of friendships that just weren't serving them, like in high school and whatnot, and have now found people in their lives that are like their people. And that's just great. It's really a great thing to see. Okay, so I think I'm done, but I have that weird edge. So now I'm gonna go back in with this brush, and I think I'm gonna go just a little bit into Cardinal. Let's blend that out a little bit. And, you know, I also think that something I have really kind of fallen into in this time of my life, like the autumn of my life, is just really like connecting with myself and being very kind and loving to myself, and just, I don't know, having that dedicated time for just me. And that has made a huge positive difference in my life. You know, I mean, of course, I'm still a mother, I'm still a wife, I'm still a grandmother, I'm still a friend, I'm still a daughter. all those things that I am to other people that are beautiful roles that I have in my life and that I just love and adore. But I can also, like just invest those feelings and emotions I give to others. I'm investing that back into myself. And it's really cool. It's just, I don't know. It's like I've learned to let go of crap that doesn't work for me anymore and then embrace the things that do work for me. I really like how these all worked together. Very pretty. So now what I think I'm going to do is start off with Miali and put that right here. And then I'm going to put Adila in the middle. And then I'm going to put Munaza towards the front. And the Miali shade is really like duochrome, kind of maybe even like a multi-chrome shade. It's like purple and like blue maybe, and like pink, like burgundy. It's really pretty. And oh yeah. And it's got that like real smushy, I don't know, I'm so bad at describing textures, but it's like smushy and vibrant. And I don't know, I just love this shade. It's so pretty. Really, really nice. And, I will say that Leanna has been a huge source of like inspiration to me, just in the whole aging process. I listen to her words in her videos, and, she's just, whatever you see in her is what you get. You know what I mean? There's no pretense at all. And she's very comfortable in her own skin and also very comfortable in her aging process. And she has been a huge inspiration to me in many ways, but the aging part of life, she really has like, I don't know. It's like, I hear what she says and I just really relate to how she presents things in her videos, and just how, she's going to do whatever the hell she wants to do. And she doesn't care how old she is. And, she's going to wear whatever makeup she wants, clothes, hair, whatever. And she's just a very inspirational, like, muse to me in a lot of ways. I just, adore Leanna. So I think that's good for now. And I like this brush. I like the size of this brush. So I'm just going to clean it off on my little microfiber towel. And then I'm going to go into Adila and put that down towards the front. And, I think the green in that image is a little bit more bold than that green, but whatever. I just thought I could have grabbed 5 palettes and pulled them together. I thought, I don't think I need to. I think this will be great. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. And you know what? I don't know that I've ever used the green shade out of this palette before. I really don't think I have. I might have, but I don't think I have. So that's cool to use a shade out of a palette that's been sitting on that shelf for a while that I haven't used yet. And I would love to know, like, those of you that are, my age, late 40s, early 50s, I mean, even older than that, or younger, whatever. But just tell me how the aging process is going for you and the things that you enjoy about the aging process. This kind of maturity part of your journey here, the growth and the aging, and, like maybe what you've let go of from your youth that's no longer serving you, and the things that you have like glommed onto as you've aged that have just really made a huge positive impact or difference in your life. I would love to chat with you guys about that. I'm going to use a brush from the new brush set that Janet got me. This is an MSQ set and I love it. Now I'm going to go into Munaza and put that towards the front. I could be saying these shades totally wrong. I probably am. Okay, let me spray this a little bit and put this right here. Oh, pretty. Oh, wow, that's a light pink. You know what? I don't think, have I used this shade before? I think I've used it as an inner corner shade before. I don't think I've ever put it on my lids before. But this is really pretty. Oh, yeah, it's got like a nice, soft, light pink, baby pink cast to it. Ooh, pretty. Now, I'm not sure that I like the green where I put it, but I don't know. The one thing, though, I will say that's been tough for me in terms of aging is how my physical body feels sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm 902 years old. My body doesn't react or rebound as well as it used to. Like if I do physical activity, it's just, like going out to the pumpkin patch. All we did was walk around, and when we got home last night, I'm like, okay, and I had to go get groceries. It's like, ugh. So now I'm going to go into this shade again, Adila, and just put a little bit of this on my finger and just kind of mush these shades together a little bit better. My mother-in-law and I were cracking up about like we just wanted to go home and lay down. It's so funny. And it was really hot out there yesterday too. I think I think yesterday was like our last real day of summer, which I'm fine with. Like, bring on the fall, you know, fall, like I said, is my favorite, so I'm fine with it. But I don't know. I mean, my nephew and my stepdaughter, they're just like buzzing around. Even my husband, they were just like buzzing around through the corn maze and this and that and the other thing. And my mother-in-law and I looked at each other. We were like, okay, let's go home. So funny. Oh, that was great. That's so pretty. But now I've covered up this shade a little bit too much, so I'm going to go in with my finger again and just kind of add some of that back too. Just kind of smush these together a little bit better. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. I do like this look, but the green shade's just kind of throwing me for a loop. So I think once I get my other eye done, the rest of my face makeup on, and maybe, you know, get my hair put together a little bit more, I'll like it more. We'll see. I'll be back. This is the finished look, and I really like how this look turned out. I did get over my weirdness with the green shade that I put in the middle of both of my eyelids. I think after I got my eyeliner and stuff on, I don't know, I just thought it looked nice. And I do think I did a pretty decent job of sticking to the colors that are in the image that I chose for Leanna Dalton's Beauty and the Soul Challenge. And I'll show you the palette again, kind of recap it, but let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look. On my lips, I did use the Revlon Super Lustrous Bullet Lipstick in 535 Rum Raisin. And I hadn't used this in quite a while, and I really like the shade. It's really pretty, and I love these lipsticks. They're so nice. And then for my mascara, I did use the Nobu Cosmetics Nobu Lash. Again, love this. For my lower waterlines, I used one from Beauty Creations, a cream gel liner from Beauty Creations in the shade Lime Time, which always throws me because it's yellow. Lime to me is green, but whatever, I'm not any part of the brand. I didn't get to name this shade, but I would not have named it Lime Time. Anyway, I love how this performs in my lower waterlines. I have a whole set of these. They're amazing. And then for my upper lid liner, I used the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in black. This is super cheap. It works super well. And then also for my highlighter and my inner corners, I used the one that I got from Ladybug Glow. The brand owner threw this in with my last order, the Castle of Horror palette. And I just thought this would look really pretty in my inner corners and on my face. I'm loving it. It's this light pink base with a really pretty purple and blue reflected it. So now let's talk about the Yasmin palette from Miali Beauty that I used today. Ooh, such cute packaging and just a gorgeous color story. Love the tones in here. Very fall, very autumn to me. Warmth and some cool too. Well, maybe a little, but mostly a warm tone palette, I would say. All the shades I used today worked so well. Very pigmented, the mattes, very pigmented. They blended well. The shimmers were gorgeous. I really do like this in the middle of my lids. It took me a minute to really decide that I liked it, but at first I was like, I don't know. But I'm glad I did that. Really happy that I pulled this palette in for the look today because I felt like this color story just really matched that picture that I chose. I'm just thrilled that I was able to take part in another one of Leanna Dalton's Beauty and the Soul challenges. These are so much fun. And I know that I've talked about aging and like settling into aging, and you know that I'm really enjoying this phase of my life a few times on my channel. So I'm not trying to be super repetitive, but when I saw this challenge come up and kind of like the premise of the challenge, I was like, ooh, I could just feel it in my soul, you know? I really do enjoy taking part in Leanna's challenges because all of them have hit me deep in here. So yeah, I'm just really happy that I've, you know, kind of gotten over some of the crap that I held on to into my youth, that I just don't worry so much about stuff that I have no control over anymore. You know, I've learned to let go of a lot of just really dumb stuff that was not serving me. And I'm just really enjoying being in this season of my life. Now, I will say that some parts of aging still bother me, like going to a pumpkin patch, walking around for what, an hour and a half to 2 hours and feeling like I'd ran a 26-mile marathon. That wasn't the funnest. But the other things about aging, I'm really enjoying. And I would love to talk with you guys about this. Let me know what you love about aging and how you feel about this season of your life. And are you in the autumn of your life? We can chat about that in the comment section. And I want to say a huge thank you to Leanna for creating another wonderful Beauty and the Soul challenge. I love you to pieces, Leanna, and I cannot wait for your next challenge. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. Love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.